Testing, testing. What up, y'all? EML combo. According to the last video, it's been 5 years. And the Tekken 3 struggle continues. I am happy to be back. Happy to be recording this video. I'm trying not to touch hardly anything because I barely got this working, y'all. I promise I barely got this working. Furniture had to be moved. Things had to be plugged in awkward places. I mean, to bring this content to this platform has been a very long challenge. And I hope y'all enjoy it. Briefly, as a recap, I was going through my collection trying to prepare for Tekken 7 to come out. And I like doing things like this where I'll go back and review the old ones. Like right now, I'm watching, well, I just completed watching Indiana Jones, all of them, all three of them. I'm not including Crystal Skull. Um, in preparation for this new one to come out. And that's the same thing with this Tekken. So here we go. Finally. Oh no, this is not even the intro. This is the arcade intro right here. So when you went to the arcade machine, this was the what did they call it? Fanfare, uh, captioned. There's a name for it where they would the attraction intro. That was the entirety of the attraction intro for Tekken 3 to arcade. And then that sample where you saw Harong doing the kicks and stuff. That was the other intro. The reason I came back to this game is because the version of Tekken 3 that I recorded 5 years ago was off of the Tekken 4 disc, and it did not have the complete intro like this one does. So let's watch it together. Oh, well, I got another attraction to get through. Um, Again, quick recap. Going through all the Tekkens in preparation for 7. I go to find my Tekken 3 disc. It took me a while to find it, and then when I did find it, I found out it had a big split in it. So I have been low key looking for Tekken 3, the PlayStation version, ever since. And I'm just now, 5 years later, in a position where I can present the PlayStation 1 version on my page. And here's the PlayStation intro. Hihache. Zow. I'm gonna talk a little more, and we'll watch the intro again, the PlayStation intro again. So we'll have to go through all the fanfare, all the different attractions, if you will. And the reason why I'm doing that again, because it took so much to get this content on my page. Tekken 3 discs are really hard to find. Um, Even the greatest hits versions, I think they're still going for like $90 or something like that. And I've purchased this game, I don't know, at least two, if not three times. So me purchasing the game 2023 again for another 70, $80, and I have variations of copies of it. I just can't justify it. I just can't justify it. So not gonna do it. As I said in the video 5 years ago, I'm not a huge fan of this game. I really liked one and two. I really enjoyed the motion capture on three because clearly the polygons were more lifelike. Um, I'm not really sure if they did captures of real people to make these motion captures, but for 1990, what year is it? 93 or is it 95? Had to be like 95. Yeah, was it 95 or 96? For this time, man, was that what? That's over 25 years ago now, huh? Yeah. Wow, I'm getting old, y'all. When this came out, I mean, this looked amazing with the backgrounds that moved. It was 3D, but the backgrounds weren't really like static. I just can't explain to you all. Well, like the first time Tekken 3, they start showing screenshots of it, and then you see it live. You're like, oh my god, this looks so good. Um, Fantastic music on this game. I'm pretty sure I said that in the last video. I should have rewatched that last video before I started recording this one, but I was just so excited to finally get it working. Um, Jun, my favorite character. I was thinking that she would be a secret unlockable character in this game, but Namco proved, well, at the time, that once they killed off a character, they were really done with that character. And they tried to stick to that for the most part, but as we all know, Jun is back, and they're about to release Tekken 8 now. And I think that's another thing that made me want to revisit this. I'm like, man, I never did get my Tekken 3 capture fully aligned. So here we go. The PlayStation intro, you can't see it anywhere. Well, I mean, you could clearly download a YouTube video of it, but it's not featured on like the arcade and like some hidden feature or something like that. I don't think that there was another version of Tekken 3 released outside of the PlayStation 1 version that has the intro, at least not that I'm aware of. So, this is it. This is like the carte blanche. This is where you get everything in one package. You get the intros, you get the endings, the whole nine, which was missing in my previous video with the Tekken 4 version of Tekken 3 that I used to record the previous video. So, again, I'm really happy to have this content on my page, even though nobody's watched it. Don't care. I'm not really doing it for the fame. I'm not seeking fame for this. It's just something I like doing. So here we go. The real intro. when you load in your PlayStation 1 disc and you're loading Tekken in for the first time, these are the moments that you look forward to. These motion capture, these CG computer graphic intros. You're like, oh man, this looks so much better. Look, they even look real. Oh, the light. Who is that in the white pants? Oh, I can't believe this old dude's still alive. I don't know who this ugly person is. Well, by the time you get it on PlayStation, you've already played in an arcade, so you already know who Ogre is. Paul with his awesome hair. There was a lot of confusion when this game came out about Marshall and Forrest, but over the years we got that explained to us. King and Armor King, they never show their faces. They wear those masks. Zhao, she was a new character for this game. This is important. This is why it's so important to have this content on here. This Nina piece right here, because they kept her. They kept her in cryogenics. Yoshimitsu, aka the Predator, aka whatever. Lee, fake Jackie Chan. Harong, we don't know who that is. Black man always running from the cops. And then Jim. So those aren't tattoos. Those look like burn marks. And we, from Tekken 2, already know that the Kazuya bloodline has the devil gene. Oh, I guess that kind of spoiled it right there. All right, so here we go. Look at all these different modes in here as well. Um, there's a bowling mode in here somewhere. It's actually pretty decent. This is like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, but it wasn't that good. Go with the, oh, you know what? Let me back out. Let me back out because I forgot that. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. A pause. Can you believe that? Ooh. Moving up in the world. Character change. Guard damage. No. Arcade. Yes. Uh, yeah, that's how I used to have my controls configured back in the gap. Memory card. Push start. Okay. Memory cards. Man, we're not even gonna get into that. Not today. All right, let's try this again. Huh? He still has on that suit. I forever thought that he had the just the pants as a default. Technically, you've already seen me beat this with. Well, but we need his ending. So yeah, we gotta do this. We gotta do it this way. Ah, ah, ah. I really don't like that outfit. I really, really, truly don't like that outfit. Anybody remember how to change? I'm pretty sure. You know what? Maybe it's those two punches that are making me miss that. I'm pretty sure that connects. Oh man, the music. I'm trying to do some Tekken 5 moves. Bust out a little John there. So yeah, Tekken 8 has recently been announced. I think I even pre-ordered it, and it's sad because I hardly played my Tekken 7 at all. But I did recently bust out Tekken 7 because I was just like, man, why haven't I played that game? It was really Tekken 7. It's sad. Tekken 7 never had a chance with me because of this whole Tekken 3 struggle. Um, I just lost the momentum to play the game after I couldn't get the completest review. I never did really go back to 7. And it's not Seven's fault. I did bust it out recently. I've been really plowing through games recently. Finally finished Devil May Cry 3 after what, 24 years? Oh, you can't talk during King music. You can't talk during that. Whoa. Mm. Can't talk during King music. I used to have the soundtrack for this game, and I used to play King music in my car. Roll up to the movie theater watching Titanic, jamming King music and roll music from. Oh, I saw that coming too. All right, Giselle. Mm. Yeah, Tekken 8 is coming out. Um, I've seen it. I can't really say that I'm overly excited about it. Uh, what are these new rush modes called? Tekken Rush, I think is what it's called. They look a little. What do I want to say? Tekken has always had its own sense of pride by taking the basics of a versus fighting game, but doing its own thing. You know, taking the basics of what Capcom had to offer with the Street Fighter series, but again, creating their own niche, if you will, in the fighting game genre. When you see things like Tekken Rush, it just kind of makes you question why. Well, it makes me question why. Tekken, you don't. At this point, Tekken, you have more games than Street Fighter. Well, somebody's going to come into the comments for those people that don't watch this video or never watch this video. Somebody's going to say, not if you include Street Fighter EX, Street Fighter the movie, Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter Hyper Fighting, Turbo, Rainbow Edition. Oh. The biggest problem I'm having right now is what moves are in Tekken 3 again? Oh, I'm about to lose this actually. Nice. Whoa. Great. I barely won that one, y'all. So for the main staples, clearly Tekken 8 is higher than Street Fighter 6. So we'll just leave it at that. You know, somebody can come in there and argue with me about all the little side Street Fighters that they had, which I own all of the side Street Fighters, including EX3, which was also hard to find. Uh, uh, uh. You know what I need? You know what I'm put on this channel? I'm gonna put Street Fighter the movie on here, just to tweak somebody's nerve. I saw some combo videos of Street Fighter the movie, and I said, "Wait, what?" They got some combos in that game. I was like, I had no idea. I guess they got infinites and glitches and everything else in that game. I wasn't playing like that. I was too busy in that Teddy Bowl neat with Sagat and his, I don't know what kind of accent that was. Was that supposed to be a Thai accent? We ain't gonna go there today, y'all. This is about Tekken. This is about Tekken. Two Button Eddie. People used to come to the arcade with this dude and swear they were so good at this game. All you hear is they trying to press as many buttons as fast as they can. Don't know what he gonna do. You don't know what he gonna do. You just in there pressing buttons, hoping that something lands on your opponent. And of course, there were those people that actually did know how to play Eddie. Um, those were far in between. There weren't a whole lot of those. Oh, I think there was a dude named Falcon from Houston that was like really good with Eddie. Um, I had respect for his Eddie, but that's the only dude I can name. This guy named Luke. I'm not even sure, 100% sure he could spell Tekken, but boy, he could play the heck out of those two-button characters. Harong and Eddie, ooh! He gonna be mad that I called him out like that. Yeah, I'm still talking about you. All these years in your two-button skills, yeah. And his little brother didn't believe me when I used to call him Two Luke. Two Luke Shakur. Two-button Luke Shakur. And I guess they got a copy of the game at home, and there you go. Just pressing any combinations of buttons, no order, no syntax, no nothing. Just out there, just pushing buttons. Really think you're doing something. And the younger brother was like, "You are too, Luke." I see why he said that about you. It's so true. It rings so true. Ah, I did not mean to jump. All right, Hiachi, we might have to continue on you because you had that nice little win there. Oh, you ducking, huh? Oh, look at this. He kicking the other way. Your ass whooping is behind you, son. Come on, Hihachi, give me something. Give me something. I have to go back to Tekken 1. it. Oh, y'all saw that? Bah, bah, yacht, yacht, ha. That was luck, y'all. I ain't even gonna front. I don't play no Tekken 3. I did not like this game. In case that wasn't clear the first few times I said it. Oh, got that Jun move. Yeah, so apparently Ogre absorbed Jun, I think is what it was, or killed Jun. But then, now that I finished playing 7, you know what? Just that quickly, I can't really even remember. And it was only like maybe a month ago that I played 7 for pretty much the first time, which is a shame. Get up. Yacht, yacht. I think that was it. So let's see this ending finally. Ah! You know when the last time I seen that daggone ending? That's why you buy Tekken on PlayStation, so you can see the different CG endings that weren't featured in the arcade. This is why you purchase Tekken at home. Um, I want to show you all more of this game. I'm just not sure what to show you all. The Tekken Force is kind of long, so me playing that here on this platform would really be beneficial. And if I wanted to show you something like a real side-scrolling beat 'em up, I actually just throw on Streets of Rage 4, which I've been getting into recently. That game is about 3-4 years old, but I purchased that recently. I'll say within the last maybe 4 or 5 months, and I've been slowly playing it. But Streets of Rage 4 is not the game that I thought it was. With the unlocks and the survivals and the special moves that you can quote unquote purchase by surviving in survival mode, it's a really good game. Looks beautiful. They spent a lot of time on that game. It's got so many unlocks. Great game, great game. But this is not the Streets of Rage 4 video. This is the Tekken 3 video in 2023. Tekken 3, PlayStation 1, 2023. Finally. Man. Throwback Thursdays will be coming back since I have access to a lot of my old games. Again, finally. Uh, so some things I will be bringing back, like Intelligent Cube, um, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball GT Final Bout. I haven't played that game in so long. I own 3 copies of that game, I think. Japanese copy, American copy from the late 90s, and then the re release in what, 2000 and. When did that game re release? 2006, I want to say. Um, what else will be featured on the page? Zombies Revenge. I can't wait to put that. Matter of fact, I'll probably put that on on my page today. I absolutely loved that game. Cannon Spike. I'll be putting that on the page. I didn't really love that game, but I know that game was hard to get. Project Justice. I'll be putting this on as a throwback. Typing of the Dead. I'll be putting that on here. I still, I had two copies of Project Justice, and we're not gonna, they took the same fate as my Tekken 3. I'll just leave it like that. Cannon Spike. I think somebody stole my Cannon Spike, and that game didn't get that many copies produced of it, so I'm a little hurt about that. Um, the GameCube version of Zelda that had both Majora's Mask. Well, I guess technically I only had two copies of Ocarina of Time on there, like in the regular version of Ocarina of Time, and then it had like a Masters version of Ocarina of Time. The lady I was dating at the time, her son stole my GameCube and that game, and that game you could only get it as a pre-order for. I think it was Wind Waker. Yeah, I think that's the only way you got that game. So when he stole and sold that game, he didn't have any idea what he was doing. Shout out to Sticky. It's 2023. I still remember you doing that, but all is forgiven. You know, so many games that weren't stolen that I was able to protect, like Tekken 3, and it still didn't survive the stand of time simply by just cracking. So, as mad as I was about Sticky stealing my Zelda super rare GameCube game, the way things have transpired over the last 25 plus years, there's no guarantee that it would have survived anyway. So it doesn't even really matter anymore. And it's a materialistic object that nobody cares about, except for me. Bonk's Adventure. I'll be putting that on here. I don't even know if I ever beat two. I know I beat one several times. The music of Bonk's Adventure for chip tunes, that music is glorious. I was actually playing Bonks yesterday. It's like, oh man, I love this game. Panzer Dragoon Saga. Yes, I own that. I have a physical copy of that. I'll be putting that on my page. A lot of people didn't get to enjoy that game. A lot of people have no idea what that game is about. It's going to be really difficult to get a full capture of that game, because I'm gonna have to go through one and two, which have little to nothing to do with Saga. Uh, the music in one was really good. Panzer Dragoon one, the music was really good. But yeah, a lot more Throwback Thursdays to come. Eternal Darkness. I'm thinking about putting that on my page. I still have yet to play Metal Gear Rising, uh, so I do plan on going through that. I know that on the non-live pages we have a lot of Grand Theft Auto. I still play that game pretty heavily, but as I've already told you, recently I just finished Devil May Cry 3, Devil May Cry 4. I started Devil May Cry 5. Wait, did I start Devil May Cry 5 or did I start DMC DMC? Can't even remember. I finished Ghost of Tsushima. I started Sekiro by twice. Um, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt with the 4K enhancement. Um, Breath of the Wild. I'm trying to play that. It's just not taking. I'm going through Horizon Zero Dawn right now. I'm enjoying that. I finished God of War 2018. I started Ragnarok. Yeah, it's a lot going on over here. But my gaming has pulled back heavily with the NBA playoffs, and the finals will be starting in a couple of weeks. So if my team doesn't make it, which I'm a LeBron fan for his basketball, we don't necessarily align with his beliefs. We don't fall in line anymore. I used to think that what he stood up for and spoke for was pretty in line with mine, but as of recently, he has his own opinion. I don't judge him for that. I got my own opinion. So Lakers are in the playoffs right now. They're down 2-0 uh, against Denver. So once the Lakers get kicked out of the playoffs, I'm gonna go get back into Horizon Zero Dawn. See how much I want to get into this Sekiro Die Twice. I also started Wulong. I need to finish Hi-Fi Rush. Um, what else am I dabbling with? Persona 3 Golden. Started that. I'm pretty deep into Persona actually. Um, yeah, it's a lot of gaming going on over here. As you already know, this is the working man's page, so I don't spend 8 hours a day on video games. I don't even think I could if I wanted to. So I try to bring this content to you all when I can and try to make it as complete as possible for those who haven't had a chance to see it, or those who say, well, this guy is pretty consistent with bringing us Tekken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Soon to be bringing you all Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. And I hope y'all enjoy this, man. I'm not going to extend this video out any much longer. If there's any more Tekken 3 content that you all can think of that you want to see, shoot me a comment below. But I'm happy to have it on my page. Finally! Peace out.